My friends over in Ranger Stop and Pop Land. I'm here at the RSP Lounge, and I'm not going to waste any time. I'm here with definitely one of my favorite additions to the Dino Fury cast, Mr. Jordan Fite. What's up, man? How are you
Bro,
today?
man, I'm doing good. I woke up this morning, so I can't
Dude, you
complain.
know what? That is always a good way to look at it.
Oh,
Let's talk a little bit about what you've done in the space of acting and whatnot. Tell me, how did you get brought into the Power Ranger universe?
oh my gosh, bro. Let's start by saying that I didn't even want to become an actor. Literally,
Really?
this is something that I didn't even see myself doing for my life. So, I was just an athlete and I modeled. So modeling was like my
Look at
thing.
you,
I
yeah.
was a model, man, and I signed a 4-year deal with this big outdoor store. It's called Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Oh, yes, I know them. They're
Yeah, yeah,
right down the
okay.
street from my house.
Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, so I signed a 4-year deal with them, man, and I just thought modeling was going to be my thing. I
Yeah.
thought modeling was going to be my thing, and then my agency back home in Houston, my mother agency, they were just like, Jordan, you should try acting, and they tried to give me this try acting back in 2017.
Really?
It's like, Jordan, you should try acting. I was like, nah, it's not for it. I'm gonna just stick to my modeling stuff and being an athlete.
Sure.
And literally in 2019, they did it again. They was just like, Jordan, you should actually try it. Like, try it. And I ended up trying it, bro. Literally 2 months later, I went to this competition in
Yeah.
LA, and so the competition is called IMTA. So it's a modeling and talent
Sure.
it's like a showcase type
Okay.
thing. And it was like hundreds of agents and managers there, and you go and perform in front of these people and see who want to sign you.
Sure.
Literally, so 2 months from me deciding that I'm gonna try acting,
Yeah.
and then I go to this competition, end up doing great at this competition. I got like 84 callbacks.
Yo,
Got like 84.
that's crazy.
Oh my gosh, bro. So I had like 80. I was in college at the time. I was in college at the time, and I missed 2 weeks of my second going into my second semester because I had to stay at home with my mom
Sure.
to figure out who I wanted to sign with.
Yeah.
And literally, like, imagine 84 people telling
That's a
you,
blessing, my man.
yeah, it was a blessing and a curse. It
Yes.
was a curse
Okay.
because
Double-edged sword.
imagine
Yeah.
84 people saying that they can do this for me, they can do
Sure.
this for me. So I'm just like, who do I go with? And
Right.
I went with my gut feeling. And as soon as I signed with them, I went to the competition in January of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to the timeline, guys. January of 2020, no, November of 2020, of 2019, I started acting.
Okay.
I tried it. 2020, January,
Yes.
I went to the competition.
Mm-hmm.
February 2020, I signed with my management team, right?
Yep.
March of 2020, I got my first audition for Power Rangers. August of 2020, I booked the the show.
Oh my
September of
God.
2020, I flew out to New Zealand and was in New
Yes.
Zealand for 10
Yes.
months. So it's just like that time, like 2020 was a terrible year for the world because COVID happened.
Sure. Yeah.
But for me, it was just like, oh, we're closing this door, let's open up this
Were
another one.
you? Did you have problems getting into New Zealand
So
to
New
promote that?
Zealand, to get into New Zealand, you have to quarantine for 2 weeks
Yes.
during COVID. So the others went over before me because the Gold Ranger come into the series last. So I went over 2 weeks after everyone else went over. So when they was finished in quarantine, I was going into quarantine
Yeah.
and I was by myself. So um, the group, everyone else got to quarantine together, and then I quarantined by myself for 14 days,
Oh man.
not knowing anyone.
Yeah.
But the crazy part about it is they quarantined in Auckland, which is where we stayed and where we filmed at.
Yes.
I quarantined in a place called Christchurch. So when I got to New Zealand, I flew into Auckland, and then I had to get on another plane
Oh my God.
to go to Christchurch. And I was 19 years old at the time. First of all, I've never traveled
Right. Right.
that far by
Right.
myself. I always travel with family if I went somewhere far. So I get there and I'm talking to the lady that's supposed to be helping me. She was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, you shouldn't be getting on another plane." And I'm just like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!"
Oh.
Like they had military,
Oh my.
at the soon as you get off the plane, it was their military walked you to another plane. And I'm scared. I'm like, she's like, "You're not supposed to be. You're supposed to be getting on a bus going to a hotel here." And I'm like, "No, I'm getting on another plane." She's like, "Where are you going?" I said, "I think they said we're going to Christchurch." So I'm just following the crowd.
Sure.
Like, where's everybody going? We literally got on another plane, flew 2 hours down south to a place called Christchurch.
Yeah.
Get the crazy story. Get to Christchurch. My third day in quarantine, an earthquake happens.
Are you serious?
But I
This
slept.
timeline is insane.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy, guys. This is all in 2020. So
It's all part of
yeah, it's all
the
part of
the legend
yeah
of becoming the Gold
the
Ranger.
Gold Ranger. So
God.
yeah, an earthquake happened. I slept through
Is
it.
this your first earthquake? No, because you're from LA?
No, I'm from Houston. So
You're
this is
from
my
Houston.
first, my
Okay.
first earthquake. I didn't even experience it because I was asleep.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
hear about it until I went out for my so they let us go out for like walks and stuff like
Sure.
that.
Yeah.
So I went out and a lot of people they was like, did you feel the earthquake this morning? I was just like, earthquake. They were just like, I said, what time did it happen? They was like, it happened around like 6 a.m. I said, oh yeah, I was
Oh yeah,
definitely
yeah,
asleep.
definitely. Yeah, you slept right through that.
I
That's
slept right through
that
it.
is
But I'm also
insane.
a heavy sleeper. So
Sure. How did Mama feel you traveling this far and everything happening?
first of all, mama didn't like that I was dropping out of school.
Oh, that was the question I was gonna ask you before. You
So
were home 2 weeks with mom. How did
yeah.
mom feel about that?
So mom was just like, so my mom is a older generational
Of
mom.
course, yeah.
So it was always go to school, get your degree,
Yes.
then you can
Yeah.
do whatever you want after that.
Sure.
So this whole mix up of dropping out of school to go do something,
Sure.
it wasn't her best, like that wasn't what she
Yeah,
wanted,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But she realized that we're in a new day and age and this social media stuff and this industry stuff is
sir.
a real life thing and
Yes,
it's
sir.
life changing. So it was a big turn for my mom, but you know, she accepted it and
That's
she
so
loves
cool.
it. She loves it to this day. So
Well, you're part of the legendary crew of of new Rangers coming into the cast with being the sixth Ranger and whatnot. Like it's insane, right? Like you brought so much into you. Like you can see it in the show. Like the
right.
person I'm talking to now is the same person that I heard reading lines
Yeah.
on the show. You're like this genuine, cool person, which
Yeah.
is really awesome. My last question for you is before I let you go here is what's new with you now that the series is over? You guys closed out 30 years of Power Rangers. I told that to Russell. I told it to Tessa. Like it's insane. What is there out there for you now with you being part of history?
Right.
You know, we'll be gone,
hmm
and Power Rangers will still be somewhere
Power
to
Rangers.
stream
Yeah.
and to watch, and kids will
Right.
still be able to watch you years from now. What's going on with you for the future?
Oh man. It's back to the drawing board, you know.
Yeah.
Literally like I don't know if you guys know, but we actors went on strike recently.
Yes, sir.
And it's still strikes happening. I heard another strike is
Another
gonna go
strike is
down.
imminent. Yeah.
So right now I'm just trying to I'm hanging in there and letting the industry do what it do, and that's why I'm finding other things to do. So right now I have a film coming out on Christmas Day. It's called Practically Married.
Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm a young guy that got married early. So
Indie, gonna
uh,
go somewhere like in a film
I
or
think it's gonna be on a streaming platform. I'm not sure
that's
yet.
amazing, dude.
They're gonna let me know, but just know it come out on Christmas Day. I play a guy named Harold. So that should be fun. But I also been doing like commercials and stuff like that
Mama's
as
gonna be
well.
super proud, dude.
Yeah,
Look at you.
yeah, man. So I just did a New Balance commercial, and
Let's
then
go.
I don't know if you guys know the company Nothing But Cakes.
Yes, nothing but
Okay.
cakes. Yeah.
So I just signed a 3-year deal with them. So
Get out of here.
yeah, man. So it's going in the right direction. You know,
Wow.
I'm just it's all in God's hands. So it's all
Good
about
for
the timing.
you.
Yeah, man. And then when I'm not doing any type of filming or doing like a con or anything, I go to schools and I talk to kids. I just
Dude, you're giving back, bro.
yeah, man. I just always want to give back, and I know when I was a kid, and if my hero came to talk to me, I would do better as well.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And so when I go to these different schools and I talk to kids, bro, these kids go through so much at home that we don't even know about.
Yeah.
It just, oh, I was a kid, or I'm not a kid anymore.
Sure.
So it's
Yeah.
like whatever.
Yes.
But I make it my priority to go back
Yeah.
and make sure these kids' heads is on straight. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's been a lot going on. Like I made it a priority. I don't know if you guys knew about when the school shootings was happening.
Yes, of course.
I made it a priority to go to these schools just to
Really?
let these kids know that
That's
they're not the only ones going through this. Like it's hard for me to turn on the
watch it.
news and
Yes.
see it. So
Yeah.
I can only imagine how these
Yeah.
kids are.
You
And
are.
I'm a grown adult and
Yeah.
I'm going through the same matter. So
Yeah.
I made it a priority to go to these kids and just make sure these kids, like I said, these kids go through so much at home, and for them just to see their hero, somebody that they watch on TV,
Sure. Yeah.
come to their school and talk to them, is just saying me. I'm a people's person, so
And you can tell.
I love
Yeah.
seeing people smile. Like
Yeah.
I'd rather someone else's happiness over mine, and that's like how I've been my whole life. It's hard to tell me no. Like it's hard for me to say no. Like
Yeah.
literally, like
Of
what
course.
you need me to do for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to find a like if
course.
I can't, I'm gonna try to
You
find a
find the
way.
answer.
I'll
Right.
try to find the answer, you know. And if I can't do that, I'll get somebody else that has the
That's
answer.
crazy.
So
Let me
that's
tell
just
you
the type of
something.
guy I am. So luckily, you know what I'm saying, God gave me a platform.
Yeah.
So before I became a Power Ranger, I was a TikTok star.
No,
don't know if
wait,
a lot of guys
what?
know
I did
that.
not
Yeah.
know that. You were
So during COVID, I was bored at home. So I was just like, oh, what's this little app everybody's on now? And they was just like, oh,
Oh
it's
my
TikTok.
God.
So
You're the gift that keeps on giving. Let me
keeps on
know.
giving. Yeah. So before the show, guys, I was a TikTok star. I literally got up to 1.1 million followers on TikTok in a matter of 3 months. So I was just like,
Jeez.
oh, this might be my career field. And then here comes Power Rangers knocking at the door. Well, we
That's
want you to
awesome.
come be a Power Ranger. Cool. So I was blessed to have platforms to show, show my
Who you are.
personality and who
Yes.
I am. So I've always had that kid in my background. So it's just like, I love the kids. So it's just like
Yeah.
that's like literally who I do it for. I love the kids and I love my supporters. So I don't call them fans. I call them
That's
supporters.
awesome. That's a great way to look at
So
it. Listen, I want to thank you for taking a little bit of time to come out here and talk
almost definitely.
and give your wisdom, because you talk a great way, man. Like you talk like you've been in this industry for a long time. You show perseverance. You sound like you've been in the industry for so long, man. And the way that you are giving back to others, you have a long, great career ahead of you, man. Like you
Thank you
can
so
see
much.
that, bro. Everyone,
Thank you.
Jordan Fight. Where can we follow your TikToks, your everything, brother?
Everything's you can search up everything under my name, Jordan Fight. Jordan is spelled with the O, so it's
Yes.
Jordon. Fight, not Fight, but Fite.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching us here at the Ranger Stop and Pop RSP Lounge. We'll be back with way more interviews. We have a great time here. People are inside. I'm going to let him go back inside. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you guys soon.
Yes, sir. It's morphin' time.